Uncloseted family. It's time once again for an Uncloseted Riff and Rant, and today I want to invite you out of the closet of depression, or I want to invite you into the closet of depression. It depends on which way you want to look at it. And the reason I pose it that way is some people hide in the closet of depression. They don't want anybody to know about it. Others want to come out of it and they're very vocal about it, and that's what I'm going to be today. I'm going to be vocal and admit I suffer from depression. Now, I wouldn't say it takes over my life, but at times it does. It's not something that consistently shows up for me. But I used to be an asshole about this. And I recently just wrote an article in the Good Men Project about how I've learned to oblige my depression. And that's why I wanted to talk about it this week on the Riff and Rant, because if you suffer from it, and if you look at others and go, I just don't get this depression thing, either way, I want you to oblige that depression is something that needs to be paid attention to, and that it is real. Because you see, for years, I used to think, and specifically towards my mom and my ex-wife, that this was stuff they should just get past, get over it. And God, was I a jerk about it. Until the day it truly hit me. And I remember it hitting me when I turned 50. I knew I was probably, now I know I was probably suffering prior to that, but when I turned 50, that was in August, 5 years ago, and my youngest was going to start high school, my oldest was going off to college, and I was turning 50. This all happened with like in 6 weeks of each other. And I'd never had a problem with, age and turning 40 or 30 or income. Never had any of those things. I never even really had what I would consider depression, even as I came out of the closet. But man, that year it kicked my butt. And I started to realize this was part of my DNA because it does run in the family. But it's how I approach it, and it's how I not fight it that has made me most successful in beginning to love and oblige my depression when it does show up. Because you see, here's my perspective, and this is what works for me, is in order to pick myself up by the bootstraps and get through it, I need to oblige that it's here and to love it. Now, I don't mean like, oh, I love that I'm depressed. No, I just have to love into it and go, this is where I am right now. And to not beat myself up and not to try to push it away, because there is no such thing as pushing depression away. It just is. And what I've learned for myself is that the more that I oblige it and I give it room to be there and to let it be in my life, the quicker I actually walk through it. And this is pretty similar in most things in life. The things we find most difficult, the more we try to fight them and we try to get away from them, the harder it is to deal with them. So as you think about something in your life, it could be depression. It could be not feeling good enough. It could be struggling with a situation in your work where maybe you're having issues with a coworker and those issues just continue to show up and show up and show up. Or maybe it's in your own relationships. Or maybe it's battling the bulge. I'm raising my hand because I'm going through a lot of battle in the bulge right now. Gosh, I eat pretty dang well. I watch what I drink most of the time, except I do watch what I drink all weekend long when I drink wine, which could be part of the problem. But the more we try to fight things and push them away, oftentimes that is the problem. Instead of obliging, here's where I am, and here's what I need to do, and that I get to do. Now I get to show up. Because what I've learned most from opening the closet and uncloseting myself to admit I suffer from depression, that the more I oblige and step into it, the more I feel healthy and well when I come out of those depressive states. And I truly believe, beyond the medications that I do take on a daily basis, that it's my attitude and my belief of obliging and embracing my depression that actually gets me through it quicker than the medication that I'm on. And so as we wrap it up here today, I want you to think about what can you oblige in yourself and give room for and embrace that would make it easier than fighting the thing that drives you crazy. Because the moment you give way for something to be in your life so that you can get through it, the sooner you will be at peace, the sooner you will be relaxed, and the sooner you will get rid of the stress around that particular thing. So that's it. That's another Uncloseted Riff and Rant. We're wrapping it up real soon here. I'm anticipating in the next 3 to 4 weeks, we will begin to wrap up the Riff and Rants. And we'll be launching my new podcast, which is 40 Plus Real Men, Real Talk, for the guys that you gals will be glad to listen to, because there's probably going to be some stuff that you can hear that you could take back to your man, but I'm looking forward to it. It will air on Fridays, just like this one does. It will actually air Friday, the same time slot, everything, as the Uncloseted Riff and Rants. And don't worry, Uncloseted Riff and Rants, as I've already said, will be present when we have the regular shows on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is the air date for Uncloseted, Life Uncloseted, and we'll still be doing the Riff. So there we have it. Next week, we're going to be chatting with a guy who wrote a beautiful children's book about being yourself. His name is Craig Pomerantz. And I'm not going to tell you the name of the book because I don't want to give it away, but trust me, you will enjoy this story about how a young man became the hero in his own school by being exactly who he was. So that's it. Life Uncloseted family. Have a great day. And never stop stepping out, stepping up, and stepping in, living your life uncloseted. Take care.